Have you ever felt an inner shift so deep that staying the same no longer felt true? Stay tuned for why I'm stepping away from clinical medicine and what this transition really means. Hey, Doc. Welcome back to the Resilient MD, the podcast and YouTube channel where we talk honestly about the reality of medicine, the pressure physicians face, and how we rise above burnout to reclaim our purpose and our lives. I'm Dr. Anna McDowell, certified life coach, and until now, also a practicing allergist. Today's episode is different, it's personal, and it may be the hardest one I've ever recorded. But it's also one of the most important because today I want to share a decision that has been quietly unfolding inside me, one that comes with a lot of emotion, a lot of reflection, and ultimately a lot of peace. After many months of discernment, I have decided to step away from practicing clinical medicine. Yes, that means I will no longer be introducing myself as a practicing allergist. And even though those words feel impossible to say out loud, I know in my heart that they are true. This was not an easy decision. I want to start by saying this. This decision was not made lightly. It was not impulsive. It was not made out of anger, frustration, or burnout. It was made out of reflection, out of love, and out of a deep desire for peace. As an immigrant, I spent my whole life trying to blend in, to be grateful, to be the team player, to prove to myself and to everyone around me that I belonged. As a woman physician, I worked even harder to be part of the team, to be respected, to show that I was dependable and capable. I took pride in being collaborative, reliable, and I was always willing to help. And for many years, I felt truly successful, not because of my titles or degree, but because I achieved something that many people with my background were told directly or indirectly that will never even dream of. So stepping away, it feels like stepping out of an identity I've carried for decades. It's very emotional, it's very tender, and it's one of the hardest things I've ever done. But medicine has changed. I love medicine. I love my patients. I love being part of their lives, their healing, their stories. I love when I saw them little. As an allergist, we see children, we see adults, and I love when they're little and they come back as an adult. And I don't have kids, and I feel so proud of them, like if they were my own kids. But the truth is, and we've been talking about this for the past few episodes, medicine is not the same profession it once was. The system has changed, patients' expectations have changed, administrative demands have multiplied, autonomy has decreased, and the emotional toll on physicians, especially women physicians, have become heavier than ever. So what once was sustainable for me no longer feels aligned with the life I want to live, or the values I want to honor as I get older. And as I look around to my friends, my family members, the people I love, I'm seeing something that I can't ignore. People are getting sick. People are passing away. Time is moving so much faster than I ever gave it credit for. And I realize I do not want to wake up one day and say, I work so hard to take care of everyone else that I miss the time I had with the people I love. I can't do that. Not anymore. But I'm not leaving medicine. I'm actually redefining my role. Even though I'm stepping away from clinical practice, I want you to hear this clearly. I'm not abandoning medicine. I'm not abandoning my calling. I'm not done contributing because medicine is still my passion. Physicians are still my people. Healing in all its form is still my purpose. While non-compete restrictions mean I cannot see patients for a while, they do not stop me from giving back to medicine in other ways. First, I'll be helping with the new medical school that is opening in here in my hometown. Teaching, mentoring, supporting the next generation of physicians, especially during a time when the physician shortage is becoming so real and so urgent. And second, perhaps even more importantly, I'll be focusing on what has become my true calling, strengthening the mental resilience of physicians through life coaching. This is where my heart is now. This is where I know I can make an impact. This is how I can continue to serve medicine, not through a stethoscope, but through mindset, compassion, and psychological support. Even though the system is broken, and yes, it is deeply broken, there are ways to stay whole inside it. There are ways to find your sanity, your strength, your grounding. There are ways to remember who you are and why you chose this incredible profession in the first place. Purpose, gratitude, connection, resilience. These are the tools I want to put into the hands of every physician who crosses my path. And I hope truly that by supporting physicians in this way, I can help mitigate the shortage in my own small but meaningful way. If I can help even one physician stay in medicine, or stay with less suffering, or stay with more joy and clarity, then this transition will have been worth it. So, what this means moving forward, what does this mean for the podcast and the YouTube channel? Nothing changes except the depth, the honesty, and the perspective I bring. I will continue speaking from the heart, advocating for physicians, discussing the system, and offering tools to help you stay grounded and resilient. And it means something else too. From now on, when I introduce myself, it won't be followed by practicing allergist, but I will always be a doctor and an allergist. I cannot say that this does not hurt, but it also feels right. It feels true. It feels aligned. This is a new chapter, a chapter I'm choosing intentionally. Before I close, I want to share something else personal, something that has guided me through this transition. Every year, I pick a word of the year, something that anchors my intention and reminds me what I want to become. In this new year, the word I chose is butterfly. Not just because I'm going through a transformation, stepping out of one chapter and into another, but because I want the transformation to be beautiful, not painful, intentional, not reactive, hopeful, not fearful. The butterfly symbolizes emergence, evolution, and truth. It represents letting go of the old form so you can step into what you were always meant to be. And just as importantly, it symbolizes impact. because I don't just want to transform myself, I want to help transform physicians. I want to help them shed the heaviness that medicine has placed on their wings. I want to help them remember their purpose, reclaim their identity, rebuild their resilience, and rise into a version of themselves that feels lighter, freer, and more aligned. This is my butterfly year, and my deepest hope is that I can help other physicians find their wings too. If you're still here listening, thank you. Thank you for being part of this community, this movement, this conversation. I hope my story gives you permission not to leave medicine, but to be honest about what you need, to be brave, to be reflective, to realign with your values, to choose a life that honors both your patients and your own humanity. Medicine has shaped me, it grew me, it challenged me, it fulfilled me. And now it's time for me to give it back in a different way. I am so grateful for every patient I've cared for every lesson, for every colleague, for every moment in this beautiful, imperfect profession. And I'm grateful for you for being here, listening, supporting, and sharing this journey with me. Thank you. This is not an ending, it is a transformation. This means I will have more time to dedicate and engage with you because you matter. So make sure to subscribe because these episodes will only get better. This also means that I will have more time for my coaching program, The Resilient MD. And if your transformation is part of your New Year resolution, but you don't know where to start, I'll be happy to help you. Just book a clarity call with me, and I'll be honored to guide you. Now, before we wrap up, there's one more resource I don't want you to miss. The companion guide to the time management series is available now, and it's all about helping you save time, reduce stress, and reclaim your schedule. Download it now at annamcdowell.com. And let's grow this community together. If this episode served you, please take just a moment to leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcast or your favorite platform. And like this video on YouTube. It's one of the best ways to help more women hear this message. Now, I'm Dr. Anna McDowell, a resilient MD who is still an allergist even if I am no longer practicing. It all comes from the same heart. It is just a new chapter. I wish you a happy new year to all of you, my friends, and I'll see you next week.